Hi, everyone, and welcome to the first annual grantee convening of the Warner Music Group Blavatnik Family Foundation Social Justice Fund. My name is Alencia Johnson, and I am so honored to be one of the founding board members of the Social Justice Fund, and I'm also a Chief Impact Officer and founder of my own social impact agency, 1063 West Broad. As many of you know, the Social Justice Fund was founded in June 2020 in the wake of the devastating police murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and too many countless other Black people. We made a commitment then to do our part by building a 10-year, $100 million fund commitment dedicated to advancing racial justice at the nexus of culture and systemic change. To date, we've committed over $23 million in funding across our three grant-making pillars: education, arts and culture, and of course, criminal justice reform. We grantee partners across the United States, as well as in the United Kingdom, Brazil, Colombia, and Nigeria. Today is the first time all of these dynamic partners will have the opportunity to come together for 2 days of connection, collaboration, community building, and sharing strategies to advance our collective goal of racial justice across this globe. But before we do that, I want to thank our colleagues at Warner Music Group, the Blavatnik Family Foundation, and More Impact, who make this fund possible. I want to thank all of our grantee partners for taking time to be here today. And I want to introduce an amazing singer-songwriter from RDM Atlantic Records, recording artist OG, to set the stage for today.
Hi, this is OG, and welcome to the SJF grantee convening. So glad that you get to join us. To the grantees, thank you so much for the work that you've done in pushing such important initiatives forward. Without your tenacity and drive, a lot of underserved and marginalized communities would not be getting the attention that they are getting today. So thank you so much for the work that you do. And I'm so glad that I get to celebrate you with a few songs off of my new project, Monologues. So with that, let's get it going, and I hope that we can make some change together.
Did you know that it's a sin to cover? Baby, I can't help the fact you love it. No skin off my back. Wish that I could help resolve the thing that you've been holding on to, but it's so helpless from the car. Tried to act like we were constant buddies. Now I know that your reasons were ugly. Just start the attack, and you really should be so ashamed. I caught you in the act, and now you won't forget I am the boss. Was the problem always me? Hey, yeah, on the fence you can't believe I have what I have, and that you don't, and blame the circumstances. Now there's no choice but envy, yeah. No choice but envy, yeah. Now there's no choice but envy, yeah. No choice but envy, yeah. Was it so to try to get some glory? Get some clowning posted on your story. Unbelievable, should've cut you off right when you said, run next to me and shouted in my ear that you're my biggest fan. Now you can't look at me in the face. Guess you finally have learned your place, and left me alone, but you can tell when you hear this track. Why would you try to leave me? As I rise, I still don't understand. What's the problem always me? Hey, all the facts you can't believe I have what I have, and that you don't, and blame the circumstances. And there's no choice but envy, yeah. No choice but envy, yeah. Now there's no choice but envy. choice but envy. Yeah. And it's true that I believe that's just what it's gotta be. Yeah, I am what I am, and that you don't, and blame the circumstances. Not choice but envy, yeah. Not choice but envy. No choice but envy. No choice but envy. No choice but envy.
Thank you so much to SJF for having me as a part of this celebration of these wonderful grantees. May you continue to do fantastic work in the world around you. See you around.
Truly remarkable. And now I want to introduce you all to some folks who are my friends, but are also the people who help make this fund all possible and leading the Social Justice Fund. First up, we have Camille Hackney, who is the Social Justice Fund board president, and she's a lady with many hats as Chief Partnerships Officer at Atlantic Records and Head of Global Brand Partnerships at Warner Music Group. We also have Peter Thoren, who is a member of our board and also serves as Executive Vice President at Access Industries, and he represents the Blavatnik Family Foundation on our board. I'd also like to welcome Lorelei Williams, who is the Social Justice Fund Board's Executive Director. And in her short time here, she's built an employee giving program at Warner Music Group across 4 global markets, launched a capacity building fund for our grantees, and curated 2 dockets, ushering in 21 new grantees. And she led the convening that we are in right now. Camille, Peter, and Lorelei, I'm going to turn it over to you to learn more about the founding vision and strategic priorities for the Social Justice Fund Board.
Serve with you on the advisory board. Thank you for your intelligence and your commitment to this work. I love you dearly. I'd say one of my proudest moments in the many, many, many years of working here at Warner Music and Atlantic is when we went beyond thoughts and prayers and beyond hashtags and IG posts to make a significant investment in change by creating the Social Justice Fund. And when I was asked to be on the advisory board, I immediately said yes. Actually, I think there was an expletive before that yes. So yeah, the full-throated, wholehearted yes. At Atlantic and Warner Music, we work every day to amplify the voices of uniquely talented souls so that their music can reach and influences the masses around the globe, from Aretha Franklin to John Coltrane, James Brown to Curtis Mayfield, Janelle Monáe, Meek Mill, Lizzo, so many others. Artists and songwriters, they've used their music and their platforms to question norms, change perspectives, fight for freedoms, and empower communities. And we're so proud of our artists, both past and present, who have blazed the trail, leading the way for us to continue their progress and honor their legacy. In the 2 years that Warner Music has partnered with the Blavatnik Family Foundation to create the $100 million Social Justice Fund, yes, $100 million Social Justice Fund, we've been thoughtful and intentional and persistent in our work. We've supported and allied with dedicated organizations beyond just writing grants through mentorship programs, volunteering, using our platforms to amplify their voices and create spaces to foster conversations, ideas, and community. As the fund continues to mature and our impact grows, we'll never forget the tragic reason why the fund was created. In fact, we're too often reminded of it. As those tragedies continue to flood our screens, our social media feeds, it reinforces what we know is true, that money can't bring back loved ones. And while it has been said, the music is healing, it can't unbreak a heart. It is our hope that our investment and our actions will play some part in bolstering the global movement to advance equity and justice for historically marginalized and underserved people. And we hope that our fund's work, like music, will cross borders, break boundaries, and enrich communities. We are in it for the long term. And I think I speak for everyone at Warner Music and my family in Atlantic when I say we can't wait to see what strong and beautiful and amazing things we'll all cultivate together. And with that, I'll turn it over to my partner, Peter Thorne.
Well, thank you very much, Camille. I appreciate it. And good morning, everyone. It's a great pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Blavatnik Family Foundation to this first annual grantee convening event. And I look forward to many more such events in the years ahead. Thank you for your ongoing work to advance racial justice across our society. It's a privilege for the foundation to provide its support for your efforts, and you honor us with the work you do to create a more just and equitable world. A cornerstone of the foundation is our belief that the promotion of science and education, coupled with embracing all aspects of our multicultural world, is the key to unlocking the vast potential for improving lives. We support scientists in early stage research and discovery who hold the promise of transformational healthcare. We fund international schools of business and government to educate generations of young global leaders. We promote cultural institutions around the world to encourage artistic expression and the appreciation of art in all of its many forms. And we support a wide range of extraordinary organizations like yours, assisting underserved communities, fighting systemic racism and injustice, advancing criminal justice reform, and helping to further lasting change. Honoring diversity, inclusion, and social justice is essential to developing a vibrant society, as well as our own individual and collective well-being. They are the core building blocks of a world in which all people celebrate one another with dignity, equality, and respect. Thank you again for what you're doing to make this world a better place for everyone, regardless of race, gender, sexuality, religion, or economic status. The Blavatniks and everyone here at Access and I wish you the very best in your work, and we look forward to your continued success. Thank you very much, and I'll pass this on now to Lorelei.
Thank you so much, Peter. My name is Lorelei Williams, and I'm the Executive Director of the Warner Music Group Blavatnik Family Foundation Social Justice Fund. Thank you, Alencia, Camille, and Peter. I'm so grateful to you and our entire board for your passion, your drive, and your dedication to this work. I want to acknowledge the pivotal investment made by Warner Music Group, one of the largest publishers of Black music in the world, placing its money and its confidence in the work of Black liberation movements. And I want to acknowledge the vital investment by the Blavatnik Family Foundation that has truly made this work possible. It has been a joy to work shoulder to shoulder with you and with our board. Let me share a little bit more about what we do. Our mission is to build a more just and equitable society and communities, and to create real change in the lives of historically underserved and marginalized people. Since the fund's launch in June 2020, we've been busy turning that mission into action, changing lives and communities, shifting narratives, and working to dismantle systemic racism. And through our work, beginning to position the fund as a key connector between the music industry, socially conscious artists, and social justice movements. Here's a snapshot of our work. 100 million in grant commitments to date to 30 organizations across the US, Latin America, Europe, and Sub-Saharan Africa, guided by 3 grant-making pillars: education, arts and culture, and criminal justice reform. 81% of our partners are Black-led, and because of our commitment to intersectionality, 74% are led by women and gender expansive people, and 20% focus on organizations across the African diaspora. We have an employee giving program to fuel employee giving across those 4 global markets, 16 phenomenal board members, 10 matching grant partners that we just partnered with in this spring round, and 2 staff, including the incredible Seyram Doador, who is our newest program associate. So it's important to be clear about what we do and we do a lot, but I want us to be clear about why we are here. Zaire Goodbin has a hole in the side of his neck, 2 along his back, and another in his left leg. He was shot by a bullet from an AR-15, and when his mother cleanses his wounds, she can still feel the shrapnel in his back. It will be there for the rest of his life. So we are here for Zaire. His body is synecdoche, a metaphor for the historic Black body in this country, a country rooted in racism, inequity, and white supremacy. Black bodies splintered by state violence, gendered silence, trauma, and terrorist attacks that still fight back. Unbowed, bold, and buoyed by the power in our music. Black music has always been at the roots of our resilience and resistance. Across the US and the diaspora, rhythm is what threads the body to the heart. Voice threads the heart to the mind. And when these strands are woven together, we conjure power to open what is shut, to move what feels immobile and shift impossible into inevitable. We know how work songs lighten the plow, cane, and cotton sack, how spirituals and chants pushed us through the pain of slavery, the auctioning of children, the threat of the lash, and the uncertainty that we would ever be free. Our people knew that running a freedom song through the body could ease this ache, lift the spirit, and summon boundless courage to stand strong in the face of hate. There is alchemy where music and movements meet. So that's why we're here. Of movement leaders, musicians, entertainment industry executives, cultural organizers, and artists together across identities, issues, sectors, and silos to create new paradigms of intersectional movement building as we face yet another era of struggle and resistance to white supremacy and patriarchy. We are here to testify about our strengths and our struggles in this work, to come together and curate collective joy, to find synergy, share strategy and song. And most importantly, we're here to center the voices of our incredible grantee partners as we dream, grieve, heal, and build towards a liberated future for us all. Welcome to the first annual SJF grantee convening. Thank you.